Say you want to memorize the lyrics to a song, but you don't really want to memorize something this long. Well, my friend, looks like you have commitment issues. But don't worry, here to save you in your quest for apathetic memorization is Professor Donald Knuth, famous for this, and this. He has provided an algorithm for you to pick which songs to memorize. Of course, this is a mathematician we're talking about, so we're gonna have to make some simplifying assumptions. 1. You can 2. All words are equally easy to memorize. Yes, these are a bit of a stretch, but as a wise man once said, deal with it. Now, with that out of the way, how do we do it? Well, Knuth begins with this. It is known that almost all songs of length n require a text of length roughly n, but this puts a considerable space requirement on one's memory if many songs are to be learned. Hence, our ancient ancestors invented the concept of a refrain. Here, let me pull up a graph. The x-axis is length of the song, and the y-axis is amount of lyrics. As you can see, here's a song without refrains that repeat lyrics. There aren't many popular songs like this nowadays, to be honest. Knuth's a liar. He lies! Thankfully for our graph, the 19th century saves it. And here's a song with refrains. These are typically spaced regularly throughout the song, and so cut some fraction of the lyrics you have to memorize. So the line stays a line, it just gets flatter. But, I mean, lines are cool and all. But wait, no they're not! We can do better. When you upgrade to the Square Root Pro, you get less memorization as the song gets longer. How can I get this, you ask? Simply make the refrains longer as you go so they stack and make half a square. Take the shockingly cruel French-Canadian folk song, Alouette, the lyrics of which describe the increasingly detailed plucking of a poor defenseless hen. And don't think this French taste for violence is isolated here. Their own national anthem is about murdering enemies of the revolution and contains the lyric, "Let an impure blood water our furrows." So yeah, France. Not all baguettes and berets. We're watching you, France. Anyway, can we get even flatter than a square root? As it turns out, yes. Knuth notes that a fundamental improvement was claimed in England in 1824, when the true love of Hugh Jack gave to him a total of 12 ladies dancing, 22 lords leaping, 30 drummers drumming, 36 pipers piping, 40 maids milking, 42 swans swimming, 42 geese laying, 40 golden rings, 36 collie birds, 30 French hens, 22 turtle doves, and 12 partridges in pear trees during the 12 days of Christmas. After doing some math, you get this curve. As it turns out, this improvement isn't very much, so instead, we can take more than a quantum leap and improve to log growth. This song is none other than 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Well, technically, only if you're a mathematician like Knuth. If you start with 99 bottles, it's actually just a line, since you have 99 verses and 99 numbers to memorize, along with 24 words for padding. Knuth argues that once you get into higher powers of 10, you can use exponential notation to get that 1-to-1 ratio down to this. But you knew what you were getting yourself into when you clicked into a math video. You knew the risks. It still counts. Anyway, now we get into what is probably the best part of the paper. This was the best result known until recently, perhaps because it satisfied all practical requirements for song generation with limited memory space. In fact, 99 bottles of beer usually seem to be more than sufficient in most cases. However, the advent of modern drugs has led to demands for still less memory. And what do we get? We refer to KC and the Sunshine Band, who have written a song with these lyrics, for the whole 5 minutes, which would put us at the flattest thing possible. A flat line. Except, and here's the kicker, Knuth has lied again. This song is actually just a verse-refrain thing, and that's the refrain, which puts us back at sloped line. Look, the song itself is okay, but from a song memorization standpoint, we can do better. And frankly, just from a song standpoint. But actually, we can do better than flat lines. What's better than that? 0. Look, I'll give you 5 seconds to memorize all the lyrics to Beethoven's Fifth. Done? Of course you are, because there are no lyrics. And that truly is the best you can get. Okay, I've been hiding something from you. This is actually just computer science in disguise. That's right, baby! Knuth isn't the only one who lies. Specifically, this is computational complexity. All data can be expressed in terms of bits and bytes, like so. An algorithm that takes in n bytes of data and requires f of n bytes of memory space to run, or technically approaches f of n as n gets larger and larger, is said to have a space complexity of O of f of n. This is called big O notation, so 99 bottles would have a space complexity of O of log n, and Beethoven's Fifth has O of 0, which is pretty neat. Speaking of which, you know what else is neat? Liking this video and subscribing to the adder. All the cool kids are doing it.